Hi, this is Larry Zorro. Let's look at the sun and moon signs. We know that the things mentioned in Matthew 24 deals with the day of the Lord by examining the signs of the sun and moon. What do I mean? Let's look at Matthew 24 verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, a sign, and the moon shall not give her light, another sign, and the stars shall fall from heaven. Two signs we notice. One is that the sun is darkened, and the other sign is that the moon is also dark. Now we cannot get this confused with Revelation 6:12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. Now you'll see both of these signs mentioned in Joel, and it speaks of the sun black and the moon black, and then the sun is black and the moon is blood red. First, I would like to discuss about blood moons. Is the blood moon in Revelation 6 like a blood moon? A little science will help us with the answer. Science tells us that the moon does not have any light of its own. It shines because its surface reflects sunlight. During a total lunar eclipse, the earth moves between the sun and the moon and cuts off the moon's light supply. When this happens, the surface of the moon takes on a reddish glow instead of going completely dark. That's called a blood moon. That makes you wonder, if the sun is black, then how does the moon or earth illuminate? Does the sun literally darken? So it almost sounds like the sun, instead of being some kind of atmospheric covering of the sun, it could happen that the sun does turn completely black. But let's look at that aspect of it. It was found in this century that the sun has huge coronal holes. Coronal holes are regions where the sun's corona is dark. Could it be that these holes will grow much like cancer does in the human body and then blacken out the whole sun? It just might happen in order to fulfill Revelation 6 verse 12. Or perhaps space debris will collide with the sun and temporarily obscure its light. It does say that the stars will fall. They might fall so well that they hit the sun and make it black. This is all conjecture, but let's go further. When the sun literally goes black, then how will the moon show up as blood red? Have you ever heard of earthshine? Earthshine is a dull glow which lights up the unlit part of the moon because the sun's light reflects off the earth's surface and back on the moon. Now let me tie it all together. When the stars fall from heaven, most of them will burn up in the atmosphere. I believe it will light up the sky like this picture in Michigan from just one meteorite. Light will also emanate from the moon. There was a collision report on the moon that was causing bright explosions. A foot wide, 0.3 meter rock slammed into the lunar surface at 56,000 miles per hour, creating a fresh crater 65 feet wide. The crash caused the biggest and brightest explosion scientists have ever seen since they started monitoring lunar meteorites since 2005. Let me repeat. We have two light sources that could illuminate the moon without sun. One source is the earth, lit up by all the exploding space debris when the stars from heaven fall upon the earth. Isn't that what it says in Revelation 13? And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. When the stars fall from heaven, it will cause fiery lights. I believe the moon will reflect this light and look as blood. The moon will absorb the reflection from the massive amount of space debris entering our atmosphere. This is all conjecture, but sometimes fact is stranger than fiction as end-time events begin to unfold. Whatever happens, we can be assured that God's word does not lie. The sun will turn black and the moon blood red. Well, this is Larry Zorro. Bye.